Mission control, we have liftoff.
Phinhub, Phinhub, we talking Dolphins city. Phinhub, yeah, it's that Dolphins show. Phinhub.
Welcome to the Phinhub Show, the one NFL podcast you can't leave off your roster. Now here's your host, Joey and Kevin Tejido.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Phinhub Show, powered by BetUS. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to check out BetUS and use code YouTube150 for a 150% bonus on your first deposit. Remember to use code YouTube150. Get started on BetUS today.
Let's talk about Chop. What do you think?
Oh, man, Chop has been on fire. He has been the best defensive rookie in the NFL for, I think it's since week 9.
Yeah.
So Chop has been on fire, getting to the quarterback. They finally started adding up to sacks. The quarterback pressure is crazy, and he's been relentless. Not to mention his celebration is super sick. Love it. And we saw the team get into that one last week. It was really cool. I love Chop.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's something that we've been seeing for all these weeks, but I think the NFL is starting to take notice, including a guy like Tony Romo, saying that that's like an A-plus draft pick for us, that we really struck gold in the first round. Yeah, man, it was a little bit of a head-scratcher at first when we picked him. You know, oh, here we go, another guy that has a ton of potential, but, you know, hasn't really done much in college. Kind of gave me those Charles Harris vibes,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
terrible.
Like, oh, ton of potential, you know, a little... He needs a little bit more time to get there.
Deion Sims.
Oh, Deion Jordan?
Deion Jordan. There we go.
Deion Jordan. No, that was just that to me. But he did have production in the end in college. He had crazy sack numbers, right? But no, he's coming to his own. It looks like we have two beasts on the end in Jalen Phillips and Chop for the foreseeable future. That's if Phillips gets an extension. You know, hopefully he stays healthy.
Yeah, you know, a bit of a head scratcher when we drafted him, but now looking back, I mean, and hindsight, obviously, but Jalen Phillips goes down. Bradley Chubb will not be.
It was the perfect pick.
Bradley Chubb will not play this season entirely.
It was perfect.
So if it wasn't for Chop Robinson, we would be absolutely destroyed.
Toast.
There would be nothing on the
We'd
edge.
have what? Quentin Bell,
Ogba,
and then Cam Good just got back, and even then, I don't know what the deal with Cam Good is. I don't know why we invest so much.
He's a special teams guy, really. But
cool.
Either way,
You know?
I love Chop, and you know, obviously, word is getting around that he's an absolute beast. This is what Wynn had to say about him.
Man, his progression has been crazy, man. Just to see where he started from when he came in, you know, and just to see him refine and hone in on his skills. I mean, it's scary. It's scary to see, you know, how high his ceiling is. So definitely looking forward to seeing how he progresses throughout the rest of the season, as well as following his career.
So obviously, yeah, Wynn really impressed as and so is the rest of the NFL. Really, Anthony Weaver also obviously has to be in love with this guy, just making his job that much easier as a defensive coordinator. He also had some really cool things to say about him.
Chop Robinson seems to be chopping up offensive tackles. The last 2 weeks, he's abusing some guys. What's the difference for him?
It's just reps and confidence, right? I think Coach Crow and Coach Ryan are doing a tremendous job with him, and as well as just the players too. I mean, he's always talking to Calais, Bradley Chubb. I see talking to him all the time. When Jaylen was out, when Jaylen back, Jalen's been helping him too. So there's been a collective effort in trying to impart as much wisdom in a very short period of time with this kid. And to his credit, he's just taking it all in and just going out and attacking that on the football field. And I think you're starting to see the residuals of all that.
So yeah, Chop definitely making his impact. Thankful that he's a Miami Dolphin, and I'm excited about what he's going to be able to do next season. And hopefully we get Jalen Phillips back, healthy, ready to go, which I think he's going to be. You've seen him in some of his recent videos. He's looking healthy. He's jogging. He's doing his thing.
That guy's a freak.
But having Jalen Phillips and Chop Robinson on the edge, I don't if I had to bet money, I would say Bradley Chubb's going to be moved.
Yeah.
At this point, making the money that he's making, it just doesn't make sense for the Dolphins. Although a three-headed monster in those three would be pretty cool too. So
it's kind of cool, the idea of both, right? You get rid of Chubb, you get that money, you can maybe allocate that to the line. You don't, I mean, offensive line, not the defensive line. But if you keep Chubb, you have a three-headed monster in Phillips, Chubb, and Chop. Chubb and Chop. Kind of get confused sometimes. You kind of need that in this division, man. We've been trying to get to Josh Allen all these years. Chop's one of the best guys for that. He's a fast defensive end. Same thing with Phillips. So you kind of get two guys that are maybe, if they're winning that initial block and they're getting directly to Josh Allen, maybe they get some clean hits on him. That's what we need. That's been a killer because Josh Allen always kills us with his legs.
yeah.
And if we can't contain him in the pocket and he moves out, that's where we lose every single game. So,
Yeah.
let's see.
And to be fair, the rest of the NFL is having a problem with that too. So it's, the Dolphins got to figure it out though, because, man, I'm sick of being.
Yeah, but you know what I will say? The Patriots and the Jets, I mean, they play Josh Allen a lot better than we do. And that says something. And why do we have their number, but we can't play Josh Allen?
I don't know. It's a weird one. I mean, Josh Allen is great. He really is. And I also think that, not that it has to be this way because they're all professionals and whatever, but I feel like the Bills really, really hone in on these bigger games because I think they can pay less attention to the matchups like the Patriots and the Jets. They're like, whatever, we got this. I mean, they're still professional about it.
But they get up for us for whatever reason.
They do get up for us. And I think it's because they've seen the Dolphins as a threat. We've been, rightfully so, this up-and-coming team that's supposed to be, doing big things. We haven't been able to win these big games. And that is a narrative that we haven't killed yet. So it's, another story that the Dolphins have to go out of there and face. But hopefully the Dolphins can, and maybe Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips, even Bradley Chubb can be that trio to really take this one-man army and Josh Allen down.
Or maybe Nick Bosa.
Oh, Nick Bosa. Yeah, so...
something interesting happened the other day, right?
Yes.
After that 49ers game.
Maybe some not-so-tampering kind of stuff by Mike McDaniel. After that 49ers game in Miami, he had this to say. So, yeah, Mike McDaniel flirting around with that idea. You see Nick Bosa kind of nod there. And he's actually a South Florida native.
His dad played for the Dolphins.
His dad also played for the Dolphins, number 97 for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And, just something interesting to look out for.
I mean, I don't think there's much behind this. I just think it's fun. It's always fun imagining one of these star players on your team, donning the logo and all that stuff. But, I guess it's just Mike McDaniel having some fun with an old face,
Not the first time we've seen Mike McDaniel flirt around. We saw him with Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I think it was at a UFC game or a UFC fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mike McDaniel doing his rounds and just, flirting around here and there. No harm in that. If you guys haven't already, make sure to check out BetUS and use code YouTube150 for 150% bonus on your first deposit. That's YouTube150. Get started on BetUS today. But that's going to do it for today, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Fins up.